Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and today I'm going to give you my weekly tarot forecast and advice. And this forecast is for every zodiac sign and for the week starting from March 14th until March 20th. Things you need to aware of, things you need to know about this week, some advice for you. And I'm using this beautiful sparkly goldy tarot deck, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get your weekly tarot forecast and advice. And if you want to get your personalized tarot reading, also follow all the links below. Okay, let's start. So the first zodiac sign we have is Aries. So what should Aries expect? For Aries, we have 7 swords. Here it is. That's how the card looks like. And when it comes to 7 swords, you can see on the card that there are some swords that he is holding, and there are 2 swords which are still down on the ground. So for you, my dear Aries, so during this week, some new projects, some new opportunities may come to you, but you are a bit struggling to take them. You're a bit struggling to accept them. Why? Because if you bend and settle a bit down to take them, there's a high chance that you're gonna lose the rest of the 5 swords you have in your hands. So it's just kind of a sign for you also during this week to think maybe you can free up some space. Maybe you've been having and doing lots of unnecessary things and tasks and projects, and actually now you can free up some space for new things, because some new things come to your life. They're like coming and knocking in your door and saying to you, hi, we're here, please take us. But you don't even see them, you don't even think about them, just because you already have so many other things. And if you take any extra opportunities, any extra projects and ideas, like everything can crash at the same time. So just think about your activities, your job, what you do in life. Like just think about all your actions, how you can get rid of some things, how you can find more space. Maybe pay attention to the time management. Maybe you haven't been managing your time properly, and because of that you've been just wasting lots of time recently. So this is a lot about this week. Is about analyzing, organizing all your activities, whatever you do in your life. It can be your work, it can be your hobby, it can be a relationship too. Maybe you have lots of things going on and you do need to find a way how you can handle all of this. But for sure some opportunities will be given to you this week, and you can actually, the key how you can take these opportunities without giving up something is that you need to be very creative. You need to think outside of the box and actually, as I've just said, sit down, analyze, organize, think about that. It's not like, another project, I'm taking it. No, like if something comes up during this week, you do need to research, think in depth into the subject. But something, as I've said multiple times, is going to be given to you, but you just need, if you want to take it without giving up your current things and current projects, you do need to prioritize things. You need to come up, I don't know, this is priority 1, 2, and 3. This is my top 3. This is my next steps, what I'm gonna do. So you will actually have to put a lot of effort. You will need to work a lot. You will need to come up with an idea like how you can actually take these 2 swords without losing some things. So I don't know, it can be you have a job right now and you don't want to give up this job because you like the project, but another project, you got invited to join another project, and just like think how you can combine all of those things together. If you want to do that, just give it a try, because this week, as I've said, it's a week about opportunities. This is a week about actions and going and doing the things. But you do need to be more serious about that. You need to be very precise and like break down everything by step. This is what I'm doing, step 1, step 2, step 3. But as I've said, this week you will have lots of different opportunities and chances to actually move forward, create something new, create something extraordinary. But you need to be extraordinary as well in order to get all those projects. So that's why during this week, try to think outside of the box, as I said a lot, when it comes to different situations. Even if some problems, like if you have some problems during this week, some issues, try to think outside of the box. Try to be very creative when it comes to finding a solution to the problem, to the issue you're solving. Okay, that was for Aries. Next one, we have Taurus. What should Taurus expect? For Taurus, we have the Judgment. Whoops. What's going on with the Taurus? The major arcana number 20. That's how it looks. So as it is a major arcana, when it comes to all major arcanas, they are life-changing. So for you, my dear Taurus, this week it is going to be a very life-changing week, with some events that gonna change the things in your life completely. It can be any sphere of your life. It can be relationships, it can be work, it can be anything. When it comes to the Judgment, the main thing which you have to remember is that it is a very slow card. So you have to get ready that this week it's gonna be a slow week. So that's why do not start anything new. So do not start any new processes. I don't know, you've been thinking about getting a divorce, let's say. And if you start divorcing process this week, it's gonna take forever to get this divorce, for example, for the whole process. So do not start anything during this week, because the process and the time they're gonna take, it's gonna be forever. I mean, if you want something to be super slow, go ahead, but overall I do not recommend you starting anything new, as well as, I don't know, signing contracts, signing any documents, starting a new job. What else? I don't know, like anything new, like some new stages in your life, some new projects in your life. So avoid any starts, avoid something new, avoid any beginnings during this week. You just need to be ready that this week it is gonna be slow. There's no movement, and you need to adapt to this. It's not gonna be always like that. Just like you just need to take it slow. You need to learn how to be patient. You need to understand that just let all those things be like they are. You cannot change them. Like, this is not a time when you can actually make an impact on those processes. You cannot change those processes. You are not able to speed things up. You are not responsible for that. It's like, it's out of your control at all. So that's why do not make things even worse. And do not start anything. Yes, this week you may feel a bit bored as well, because when these things are slow, when everything is slow, nothing is getting changed, we're getting bored because of this environment. And because of this, you may make some, I don't know, stupid emotional actions. So do not overreact if it is like this at this moment, and you should accept that. You should be patient, and it's gonna be solved, but you cannot change that. You cannot control the things. Yes, it is maybe boring right now. I don't know, maybe you have a job and during this week it is so boring. That's why, because of this, you decide that you want to quit this job and you don't want to work here anymore. I just want you to remember that it's not that because something wrong with a job and it's always gonna be like that. No, it's just like it's gonna be during this week. It doesn't mean that you have to go and quit your job. Give it extra couple weeks. It's just this period of time for you. You just need to get used to it. Just like be passive this week. Just let things go the way they go. Trust me, just go with the flow. If it is a slow week, if it is a boring week, let it be like this. That's it. And also, maybe you are right now in the process, on the slow process of something. Maybe you've been going through the divorce process, which has been taking forever. You can just ask yourself why all those processes are taking forever. What's going on? What can be a reason? And again, as I've said, you cannot change that. You can only adapt to that. You can only accept that. You can only learn how to be patient and wait for the things to be resolved. You are not able to control that. Okay. Next one we have Gemini. So what should Gemini expect? For Gemini, we have the Emperor, the major arcana number 4. That's how he looks. See, the Emperor. So, because again, this is a major arcana. When it comes to the major arcanas, they are life-changing. Something life-changing can happen during this week for you, my dear Gemini, and you should be ready for that. When it comes to the Emperor, he is very confident in himself. So during this week, be very confident in whatever you are doing. Be very decisive. This week, it is an active week. This week is not like sitting and doing nothing. This week is actually about going, working, and executing. And he is also a leader because he is the Emperor, right? He is also a person who is able to work and manage other people, who is not over controlling other people. I want you to pay attention to that and ask yourself, do I over control anybody? Do I limit anybody? Am I too strict with other people? When it comes to the Emperor, when it comes to communicating with other people, he can be sometimes a little bit aggressive and showing his aggressive behaviors. So also ask yourself, how do I communicate with the people? Am I too strict? Am I controlling them, as I've just said? Am I aggressive? Do I always get into the conflicts? Do I want to have conflicts and argue with other people? So pay attention to that, especially pay attention how you work and communicate with the people. It can be your work, it can be your relationships, it can be your friendships. So it's related to any spheres of your life. I want you to pay attention to that. And when it comes to the Emperor, he knows his words. He knows what he is doing. So if you are struggling with that, please focus on that during this week. Again, it's a lot of this week is a lot about observing yourself in terms of your behavior traits, in terms of how you feel, how you position yourself, and how you communicate with people in society. And so again, do not over control everything and everyone. Let other people do their things and their responsibilities as well. Give them some space, give them freedom. Pay attention to that and pay attention how you express yourself, how you express your feelings, how you express your emotions. Are you too strict with other people? As I've said multiple times this phrase, because I want you to really focus on that. Because yes, this week it is a lot about about achievements. It is an active week because he is an emperor, he is a leader, he is going and achieving and executing his things. He is confident and he believes in himself. But when it comes to his behavior traits, there are some spheres and areas for the improvement for sure. So that's kind of my main advice for you, my dear Gemini, is just to work on yourself, work how you again position and behave towards other people, and work on your expertise. Like if you've been learning some new skills, if you've been getting new knowledge, if you've been getting a new degree, starting a new career, just it is a good week to focus on that and become a professional in whatever you're doing, getting and signing up for extra courses, maybe learning more, studying more, reading books. So this would be great for you as well to focus during this week. Okay, next one we have Cancer. So what should Cancer expect? For Cancer, we have 10 of Pentacles. That's how it looks. It is a nice card. When it comes to the 10 of Pentacles, first of all, Pentacles, they are all related to money, they are related to finances, to your work. So this is a good week for you, my dear Cancers, in terms of the income, in terms of the generating more income. So it is a good week. If you haven't been doing anything for a while, it is a good week to start thinking how you can generate more, thinking about some opportunities, thinking how you can create new projects, how you can get more money, how you can get a passive income as well. So this would be a good week for you to focus on. Also, when it comes to the 10 of Pentacles, it is about family. So focus on your family. Give them a call if you haven't been around your family for a long period of time. Maybe if you can go and meet with them, I would encourage you to do that. If you cannot, give them a call. Ask if they need any help. Ask if they need something from you. They may need your attention right now. Some of them may need your help. They're just too afraid probably and maybe to ask. And your family can actually bring you lots of clarity during this week. Your family can bring lots of support to you. Because I've just said this week it's about generating more when it comes to money, new projects and opportunities. Your family can actually help you. Your family can give you a support. Your family can help you to bring some clarity maybe, or maybe some of your family members are within the field you just willing and wanting to start working, and they can help you and give you some advice. So it is a good week to be around people whom you can trust, who can support you, and of course it is first of all our family. So I want you to be around your family members and relatives more during this week. And also, if you feel right now that you don't get any support or anything from your family, it's just like a good time as well to ask what your family can give you, how your family can help you right now, because you do need help from your family at this time, and you need to be together with them. You need to have this nice and warm feelings and emotions, but overall it is a good week. It is a good week for your finances, for budgeting as well. If you want to, let's say, invest somewhere, if you want to generate more income and save money, it is a good week for that as well. It is a good week for starting new projects, and your family and family members can help you with that. Okay, next one we have Leo. So what should Leo expect? For Leo, we have 8 of Pentacles. That's how it looks. When it comes to the Eight of Pentacles, again, Pentacles, they're coins, they are related to money and finances, and we can see a person working here and trying to get this one more coin. So when it comes to the Eight of Pentacles, again, the primary focus for this week, it is on work, it is on your career, and especially on enjoyment from whatever you do in your life. So you should clearly ask yourself this week, do I enjoy what I am doing? Do I like my job? Does it fulfill me or not? Do I feel happy every single morning going and doing this job? So you should ask all those questions to yourself. If you do enjoy your job, if you feel that right now I'm on the right place, I love it, I love what I'm doing, I'm passionate about it, I'm crazy about it, this is my life mission, this is my fulfillment, I am totally on the right place, then I'm first of all happy for you, and then you should just focus on it more during this week, because by focusing on it more and by doing something you love, you can generate more income this week. You can get some bonuses, it can potentially lead to your growth in your career. It can lead to lots of nice and great things, especially really related to finances. So that's why the key idea this week is to do something that you love and generate money from it. You can actually earn lots of money during this week. You can get some people sign up to your programs or getting you extra commissions if you focus on doing what you love, if you do what you love with the right approach. If you feel that no, I don't like my job, this is not fulfilling for me, I hate it, I want to change it. So again, this is a good week to understand that. It's just like a good week in general. Ask yourself this question about your job. Do I like it or not? Do I enjoy it or not? Do I want to do it until the rest of my life or not? And if not, that's great that you identified it. And it's a good week to change that. It's a good week to come up with something else, come up with different new projects. And this card, this is actually a tip and advice for you that you can actually generate income from your hobbies. So look at whatever you do outside of your work in your free time. Is there something that you love doing in your free time? And this card is a sign that you actually can generate money from what you do in your free time outside of your work. So look at that. You can monetize it. You can come up with a business plan. I don't know, you enjoy drawing in your free time and your results are very good on that. Maybe you can create your tutorials and sell them, or run your workshops and classes, or I don't know, create your brushes and sell them. So well, just some examples for you, but you can do that. You can generate income from whatever you do in your life. And I want you to understand that, and I want you to analyze in general whatever you do for a living, that if you do not like this week, it is a good week to change things. It's a good week to coming up with something new, coming up with some ideas, coming up and fully enjoying what you're doing. I want the key word for you, my dear Leo, for this week is to enjoy what you do in love in terms of your career. Do it with the joy and everything would be great. And this week it is good to figure it out and focus on changing these things and actually feeling fulfilled from whatever you do in your life. Okay, next one we have Virgo. So what should Virgo expect? For Virgo, we have the Hierophant. Here it is. That's how it looks. It's a major arcana number 5. All major arcanas, they are life-changing. So something life-changing, some events, some things, some situations may happen during this week for you, my dear Virgo. And when it comes to the Hierophant, first of all, even when you look at him, you can see this is a very wise old man. He knows what he's doing. He is also developing and growing himself in spiritual way, and learning and gaining new skills. He is very well educated person. So the primary focus for you this week, first one, is education. Learning something new, reading some books. If you've been thinking about signing up for some online courses for a long period of time, this is a week to start. This is a week to study in general and getting your knowledge, reading books. So I want you to focus on that during this week. I want you to focus on education, self-education this week. Sign up for some courses, read books. If you sign up for a course 2 months ago but you haven't been doing anything until this time, I want you to focus this week on actually catching up on all those things and studying a lot this week. And you are not only studying, it is actually a good week for sharing this knowledge with other people. So you go and learn something, new, and you educate yourself. But at the same time, it is a week, it's kind of a mutual exchange of the knowledge. So you give something to people and other people gives that back to you. And this week it is a good week to teach other people and share your knowledge, share your expertise, share your experience with other people. So it's not like you only read. I want you to express yourself, and I want you to give that to other people. Whatever you've learned, whatever you are just learning, just go and share it with other people. Okay. Another thing I said is he is also very spiritual when you look at him, and this week it is a good week. Also focus on your not only personal growth and development, but also on your spiritual growth and development. You've been thinking about to start learning about meditation, so this is a good week for that. You've been thinking to learn more in general about the spirituality. What is it? I don't know, maybe read a Bible, but spirituality is not only about that, right? It's just kind of one of the examples I just said. For everyone it is different, but maybe it's what you've been wanting to do. Just go and do that. It can be just in general spiritual growth, working on yourself, doing some self-observation practices, meditations, lots of different things. So I want you to focus on that as well during this week. And maybe because he is also a teacher, this is a good week to have actually a teacher, to have somebody who would guide you in this spiritual journey. If you have a teacher, I want you to be to stay more close to your teacher, and in general have guidance during this week, because other people can help you to grow this week, and other people can help you to find answers during this week. So this week it can be a very life-changing week for Virgos, and 3 keywords or how many, let's say education, one, for this week, educating yourself, sharing this knowledge and teaching to other people, or mentoring other people, or tutoring other people, focusing on your personal growth and development, on your spiritual growth and development as well. And yeah, three main ideas for you. And the fourth one, just pay attention to all official documents, and follow all the rules, follow all the laws. Do not try to trick anybody or anything. Do not try to break any laws and rules during this week, or any traditions. I want you to be very wise with whatever you do during this week. Think, please. He is very wise. He, as you can see, he is very focused. He is putting lots of thoughts in whatever he is doing. So that's why during this week I want you to be like that as well. Okay? Next one we have Libra. So what should Libra expect? For Libra, we have 5 of Cups. It's a bit upsetting card. Let me explain. Let me explain what it means. When we look at 5 Cups, as I've just said, it's a little bit upsetting card. The person, as you can see, is depressed and stressed and anxious about whatever is happening in their lives, and you may feel like that. You may feel a bit disappointed. You may feel very stressed about whatever is happening. And what I want you to look at, this is important for you, my dear Libras. If you feel like that during this week, please get back to my video, watch it, and remember this. When you look at the card, we see, because this is 5 Cups, we see 3 Cups are down, but we have 2 other Cups here which are still standing, and they are full of water, let's say. Well, the idea here is that there are still very good and positive things in your life. The way you just look in the direction of 3 Cups. What you need to do is that you need to rotate. You need to look back. There are still 2 Cups which are standing. By being so upset and by being so focused in all those 3 Cups, you are not paying enough attention to the other things in your life. You are missing other 2 Cups which are standing, and that's what you should focus on. Do not focus too much on negative things this week. Yes, some things may happen, or maybe you already feel like that, as I've just showed you how he's feeling right now on the card. I want you to turn, and I want you to see positive things in your life. I want you to shift your mindset this week. I want you to shift your mindset from negative to positive and see that, oh, I have this and I have this. You see, it's actually not that bad. So do not over exaggerate things. It's not that bad, and it's not like a huge disaster that you may think and you may look at it. There are still good and positive things in your life, and you should be grateful for them. You should be grateful that you still have 2 Cups standing. You still have other things. You still have lots of great things in your life. Lots of, say, projects and opportunities. Let's say you lost your job, but if you turn, there are extra opportunities. There are extra ways to generate money. Or it can be your relationships. It can be anything. It can be any sphere of your life. Cups in general, they are about feelings and emotions. They are not attached to the specific area and sphere of our life. But the main idea which I want you to understand, my dear Libras, is that shift your mindset. Look at the positive things and be grateful for lots of things in your life. Do not look only on the bad things. Do not look only on the negative things. Try to shift the perspective. Try to shift your mindset and look and focus on other things you still have. Because if you sit and focus on the negative things only, there is a chance that you're going to miss the other 2 which are still positive and the other 2 Cups which are still standing, as you just don't see them. Why? Because you're just too focused on the 3 Cups which are in front of you and they are on the ground, and you don't see this too. Okay, my dear Libra, please shift your mindset this week. Please have a more positive mindset and think positive in whatever you do, and try to find good things in the bad things, right? If something bad happened, I just want you still to find the good outside of it, the good side of it. It's not always only positive. There are still good and nice things for which you should be grateful in your life. So I want you to focus on that during this week. Please turn a little bit, just a little bit, okay? Next one we have Scorpio. For For Scorpio, we have 8 of Wands. Look at that. The key idea here, I want you to see that there are no people here. There is nobody here. There are no people, just mountains, rivers, grounds, and 8 wands which are flying in your direction. So when it comes to the 8 of wands, for you, my dear Scorpios, this week, I want you to be quiet and I want you to be passive. As you can see, there's nobody outside. I want you to hide. I want you to stay where you are right now, and do not make any extra movement, any extra actions. The more you do actually this week, the more active you are, the more troubles you're gonna get. Because if you go out and if you active, there is a high chance that one of those 8 wands is gonna drop on your head, and we don't want that, okay? That's why take it easy. Do not be active. Hide. Do not really, by hide, I don't mean like sit at home for 7 days and don't go anywhere outside. By hiding, I mean do not avoid meeting new people. Do not start anything new. Do not start any new project. Do not start any new ideas. Just like it's better not to start anything during this week. It is passive week, so do not make any actions. Do not make any movements. The less you do, the better it is. Take it easy, take it slowly. If you want to make any decisions, if you have to make any decisions, postpone all those decisions until next week, a week later. Maybe things are gonna get changed, and I hope things are gonna get changed. But this week, it is not about making any decisions. It is not a week about actually maybe moving even from one place to another place. Stay where you are. Do not change your environment. Do not make any changes at all. Do not leave your job. Do not leave your partner. Do not leave your city where you are right now. Just like stay where you are. Fix this week. Do not move. Do not change anything, and that's it. Okay? Because it's gonna be better for you. The less troubles you're gonna get. I again don't want any of those 8 wands to drop on your head. Okay? That's for Scorpio. Please just be careful, okay? Next one we have Sagittarius. So what should Sagittarius expect? For Sagittarius, we have the Justice. The major arcana number 8. For all major arcanas, they're life-changing. So this week for you, my dear Sagittarius, it's going to be life-changing. First of all, when it comes to the Justice, the word speaks for itself. Justice, it is about justice. It is about court. It is having something related to the law. Maybe you are going to get invited to the law, to the court, or you're going to face the court, or like really gonna be something related to the law. So do not break any laws this week. I want you to be very careful, because that Justice, I also call it the card of cause and effect. Whatever you do during this week, it's gonna have an instant effect. So I want you to be careful with your actions, first of all, with your words, whatever you say to other people, and with your thoughts as well, because they can quickly become turn into reality. And please be careful with that. What you do, what you say, and what you think, those 3 things are very important. Do not try to break the law, please, this week. If you want, sorry, this week it's not a good week for that. If you really want to break the law, wait a week later. But this week, do not do that, because the consequences, they are going to be very significant, and I don't want to get you into a trouble, okay? Because again, this week it is about cause and effect, and whatever you do, it's going to instantly get back to you. It's not only about negative things. It can be positive too. I don't know, you you genuinely helped someone on the street, and by doing that genuinely, you will get something the next day as a gift from universe, from the God, right? You will have this effect, cause and effect. It's just to remember that cause and effect. We also call it karma. Karma is a cause and effect. So this week it is all about karma. Karma can be good and can be bad. And I want you to remember that, and I want you to be very cautious with whatever you do. And for the justice, the problem can be also with your official relationships. So it's marriage, common law too. Also it's inside here. There might be some problems, there might be some tensions, there might be some arguments. Just when you look at the card, we have sword and we have weights here. This is justice, right? And I just want you to remember that you can actually balance all the things. You have the weights and you can balance all the arguments. You can balance the conflict. You can deal with everything. But you see, you do have a sword, and of course you can cut the things. But when you cut the things, there is no way back. So that's why even be more cautious of your actions when it comes to the relationships. First of all, to your marriage, common law, to your relationship, romantic relationships, and in general, relationships with other people, like when you communicate with other people. Because it is easy to break something. It is easy to cut and get rid of the things, but it requires lots of skills and knowledge to balance the things, to find a compromise, to talk to people. And not everyone can do that, and I want you to try your best doing that and avoid facing any conflicts and problems with other people, because during this week, by not being able to balance that, your marriage can even lead to the divorce, right? There is a high chance for that. So I want you to be very careful in general this week, and the way you communicate with people. Remember about balancing. Do not just cut the things. I mean, you can cut it every time, but if you cut, just remember there is no way back. And before you do something, remember this phrase during this week: there is no way back. If you do that, that's it. It's done and it's gone. Okay, so remember that. Next one is Capricorn. So what should Capricorn expect? For Capricorn, we have the Emperor, the major arcana number 4. And when it comes to the Emperor, he is a leader, right? So for you, my dear Capricorns, I want you to learn how to be a leader. I want you to learn how to be a good leader who is not over controlling others. So pay attention to that. Pay attention how in general you communicate with other people, how you behave with other people. Do you over control them? Do you limit anybody in anything, in their actions, in their decisions, or everything is good? Can you work in a team? Are you too aggressive somewhere? Look at your aggressive behavior. Maybe you're not able to communicate and deal with the conflicts and with the arguments. Maybe you always get into the fights and into the arguments with other people. Look at that. So in general, look at all your behavior traits and look how you communicate and work with the people. Are you a good leader, or you're pushing too much on people and you're too aggressive and you're too over controlling other people? Please pay attention to that. The Emperor, he is very hardworking person. So it is a very active week. It is a week for achievements. It is a week for generating more income, doing some extra work projects. So focus on that, but you need to be very confident in yourself. Whatever you do this week, be very confident. Know your worth. Know what you're doing. Be very decisive. Do not be afraid of anything. If you decided to do something, go and do that. Do not think. Do not overcomplicate things. Just be very confident in whatever you do. And one more thing when it comes to other people, maybe you're too strict with other people. Also pay attention to that. It's not only about work, it can be in your relationships, right? It can be with your family members, it can be with your parents, it can be with your grandparents or anybody in your family. It can be your partner with whom you are too strict. You have so many expectations from your partner, you're too controlling your partner. You are, I don't know, saying what to do to your partner without actually finding a compromise, without letting them decide, without letting them say something what they want. I want you to pay attention to that, my dear Capricorn. But overall, it is a life-changing week, because again, all major arcana, they are about some changes in our lives, some periods in our lives, and I want you to be aware of all your actions and what in general you do. But it's a good week for achievements, so please be very active. By being passive, you're not gonna get the most out of this week, okay? You have to be active. Next one is Aquarius. So what should Aquarius expect? For Aquarius, we have the Devil, the major. Oh, you see how sparkly it is. the major arcana number 15, the Devil. The Devil. It's gonna be an interesting week for you, my dear Aquarius. First of all, when it comes to the Devil, it is very emotional week. The Devil, it's about roller coaster. So this week it's gonna be like a roller coaster. So one day it can be up, lots of positive and nice feelings and emotions. Next day you are upset and angry at something. Next day, I don't know, you're buying a car, and next day you are, I don't know, you're losing your job. It can be that extreme during this week. So that's why your emotional and mental and physical state during this week can be unstable, very unstable too. So please pay attention to that. Pay attention to how you feel. If you need anybody's help, if you need to talk to anybody about that, please feel free to do that, because it can be just too much for you to handle. Too many emotions and too many feelings and too many situations are happening. When it comes to the Devil, so the main problem and issue with the Devil is you actually can achieve lots of things. You can, if you set up your goals properly with the Devil, especially related to finances or especially related to money. The Devil, because he is all about the dark side in us. And when we talk about money, this is the dark side. this is devil responsible for that. So if you actually set up lots of material goals this week, it will be better for you if you focus on that during this week. But what can stop you this week is that your fears. Your fears may stop you from achieving lots of things, from moving forward, from executing, from actually achieving your monetary goals, material goals, right? So focus on your fears. If something has been wrong recently, if you weren't able to achieve the things in your life, if it's been too much in your life, look at your fears and ask yourself, what am I afraid of, and how you can fight all those fears. Because why it can be a roller coaster as well is that sometimes your emotions control you. Sometimes your fears take control over you, and because they take control over you, you cannot control your emotions. So your fears are everywhere, and there's no place for you to control that. Okay, so I want you to focus on your fears. I don't want the Devil and your fears controlling you. When it comes also to the Devil, He's about darkness, as I've said, in us. So I want you to pay attention to your negative behavior traits and work on your negative behavior traits, on your aggressions. Maybe you have some bad habits. Maybe you have some addictions. Maybe you've been drinking too much, or you've been smoking too much. This is a good week to stop. This is a good week to quit. This is a good week to work on all your bad habits and all your negative behavior traits. Maybe you've been too selfish. Maybe you've been, I don't know, too egocentric. So you can name it and you can figure it out by yourself. But if you find something inside of you, in you. Just be honest with that. If you see this negative behavior traits in you, and if you see this negative habit in you, I highly encourage you to focus on that during this week and work on that during this week. Okay, last one is Pisces. What should Pisces expect? For Pisces, we have Four of Pentacles. That's this. When it comes to the Four of Pentacles, first of all, again, all Pentacles are related to money, are related to finances. So this week, the primary focus is on work, on your money. And when it comes to the Four of Pentacles, you can see that she is holding all her coins. She's standing on two coins, another coin is in her head, another coin is in her hands. And you need to be very careful with all your actions during this week, and actually by being too active, there is a high chance, let's say you have a coin here and there's a high chance this coin can drop. There's a high chance that you may lose something, that you may lose part of your income, let's say, by being too active. That's why I want you to be very analytical with whatever you do. I need you to do everything step by step. Do not rush things up. Slowly but surely you make the steps and you go up and up and up. Because if you do everything fast and crazy and do lots of actions, you're definitely gonna lose all those coins. Minimum 2 or 3 for sure if you're too fast. So take it easy, take it slowly, start something, observe something, but do not act too fast and do not rush things. Do not rush any decisions at all. By doing everything step by step, you can achieve way better results during this week. Also, this is about control, right? About controlling the things. Just ask yourself, is everything under my control? If not, how can I change the things? Do I try to control everyone and everything? If yes, it is time to change it, especially when it comes to other people. Do not over control other people and any project where other people are involved. Focus on yourself only, okay? So pay attention to the controlling thing. And when it comes to making any decisions this week, just let all emotions go and do not make again rush decisions. Take it slowly, think about that, do everything as I've said step by step, and do not let your emotions take over you. I want you to be very confident in your decision, and I want you to have a well thought decision, okay? So that's why I focus this week on your work, how you can keep all those 4 coins, how you can get the most out of all those 4 coins. You do have some resources, focus on them. Do not try to get more and more and more. You already have 4, so try to focus this week on how you can make whatever you already have better, how you can. You don't need anything else right now. You don't need any other projects. You don't need to start anything new. You have already 4. Try to handle them. Try to find new perspectives, new ideas for whatever you already have. The answer is all within your reach. You already have everything. You have all the resources. It's just you need to ask yourself, how do I use these resources? What are my resources? If you don't know them, it is a good week in general to analyze your resources, because you do have lots of things in your hands, under your feet, in your head. It's just the time, maybe you haven't been thinking too much in details about that, but this week it is good for that, okay? But that was it for my weekly tarot forecast and advice. Thank you everyone for watching, and again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel not to miss your weekly tarot forecast and advice. And if you want to get your personalized tarot reading, follow all the links below. You can also subscribe to my Patreon and get your monthly and weekly tarot forecasts and advice personalized. They're made for you. I send them to you every single week, and we also have a phone call, a Zoom call once per month, 1 hour Zoom call where I answer all your questions and do a monthly reading for you. Follow all the links below if you have any questions. Thank you again for watching, and have a great week no matter what. Okay, bye bye.